Good evening, I'm Greg Sharpe. Here is tonight's sports ticker. Husker volleyball will face the Wisconsin Badgers tomorrow night for the national championship. The Huskers earned their spot with a 4-set win last night over Pittsburgh. Earlier today, head coach John Cook met with the media and talked about what's been the key to get his team to peak in postseason play.
It's top secret. We have a plan, we stick with it, get the players to buy into it, and I don't know. Sometimes the blind squirrel finds the acorn.
That title game starts at 6:30 tomorrow night. Our pregame coverage here on the network begins at 6. Husker freshman Lexi Rodriguez was named today as the Freshman of the Year by the AVCA. Rodriguez is the first libero in history to earn the freshman honor. Husker football added another member of their recruiting class today as wide receiver Dakotas Crawford inked with the Big Red. Crawford becomes the 14th member of the 2022 class. He chose the Huskers over Texas and Florida. The college bowl season got underway today. The Bahamas Bowl, Middle Tennessee State beat Toledo 31-24, and right now the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl in Orlando is in the second quarter. Coastal Carolina leads Northern Illinois 13-10. Both the Husker men and women's basketball teams will be back on the hardwood Sunday. Fred Hoiberg talked to the media today and is happy to report that the illness that hit the team a week ago seems to be behind them, but for Derek Walker, now has been bothered by a bad knee.
Well, I hope it doesn't happen, and, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But, RJ, our trainer, is optimistic. He will be back out on the floor tomorrow, maybe a little bit more limited, but, hope to have him back on the floor on Sunday. And, we'll see how much he can go. But Eduardo has been back. He's the one guy that was out for the 2 days after the last game, and have had him back, and he's looked good, getting his strength back. So, Lat has had some spot minutes at that position the last couple years. And, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, Robin. Just a little bit of, knee issue, yep.
The Huskers tangle with K-State Sunday at 5 at PBA. Amy Williams' undefeated squad will match up with Drake Sunday at noon. Also at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We will hear from Coach Williams later on in the show. One Big Ten women's matchup tonight, Northwestern hosting Temple. That will tip off in Evanston at 7 o'clock. That is the Sports Ticker. I'm Greg Sharpe.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Here's Burge driving the ball down the left side, changes hands and lays it in. Alonzo Burge licking his foot to the rim.
Markowski has to chuck up a three. You betcha! Is that Jan Shelley or is that Alexis Markowski? She's hit her first 2 threes as a Husker.
Lexi Rodriguez floats it over, pass by Eggleston, tight to the net, gets it back, swings, block back. Nebraska's got 3 blocks. Lucy Krause, the night of her life so far.
Drives the ball. Help defense is there. Great block, but it's retrieved by Dickinson. The putback, no good. Rebound by Verge. What a great play it was by Eduardo Andre at the rim.
Shelley leading a 3-on-2. No look over the head pass to Heidi. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jazz Shelley threw it over her head. No look pass to Heidi for the layup.
Played by Kubik, sad left, Batenhorst, big rip off the block and down. Lily Batenhorst, her finest hour as a Husker.
Here are your hosts, Greg Sharpe and Jessica Coody on the Huskers Radio Network.
Thank you. Great to be with you here on a Friday night. We have had an amazing fall, but Jessica, it's about to be the coldest winter.
Oh, Greg, look at you. Getting some applause from the back there. How long did it take you to come up with that?
I worked on it all day. Worked on it all day. People are already proclaiming, I think even Barstool came out and said the best name in college football now is in Nebraska.
No doubt about it. And you're going to have to really get your touchdown call down. Because, every time he gets in the end zone, you know that people are going to be tweeting that out, and it's going to go viral every time.
Let's hope he gets in there a lot.
He will.
Right? As a Husker. Big news there for Nebraska to add a member. We kind of teased that for you early in the week that the period doesn't end till tonight. So we thought Nebraska would add 1, maybe 2 more. I think it's just going to be the coldest to be added to the class. So it's up to 14 members now. And now you turn your attention to see what's happening in the transfer portal. We do also know that we have a Nebraska team playing for a national title tomorrow night.
Let's go Big Red.
How awesome.
They just, again, it was a total team effort. You look at the stats, and there are a lot of teams, a lot of times that it's one person that takes over. You're just talking about one person, but every single player that played last night made a key play. It was a total team that it came together, and yeah, they looked unbelievable. It was such a special night last night.
You could tell it, you could sense it in the third set at 17-all, and you just knew that the next who would win that set was probably going to win the match. And Nebraska was the tougher team at that point in time, and they really kind of broke the backs of the Panthers, and you had no doubt in the fourth set that Nebraska was going to finish it off and move into the national championship game. This team, and Coach Cook, we played it for you in the ticker. Everybody's going, how did you get this team to peak at the right time? Coaches are always trying to do that. And John has just had that ability throughout his career to get his teams to come up and play great in December. And they certainly are. And I think they got a real shot tomorrow night.
I do too. I mean, and if you listen to the players and talking about they're a different team than the team that played Wisconsin those two times. And a lot of them say that a turning point kind of happened after they lost to Wisconsin and lost, the Big Ten title game. They ended up coming down to that game. And, there was a turning point there and some things clicked. And they've been a different team since those two matchups against Wisconsin. And they've come together at the right time. They're peaking at the right time. And it's just, again, when one player, and you've heard them kind of say this, they really like each other and they like playing together, they like battling with each other, but it's if one player kind of maybe makes a mistake or makes a bad play, they have each other's back. They turn right around and someone else will step up and make a play to kind of, get this team back on track. And so many different names that so much of the talent that could have been a problem, try to figure out how to get everybody involved and who can play their role. But it's all come together, and it's coming together right at the right time.
It was a late finish. That was almost 1 a.m. Eastern time when they wrapped up that match last night. I hope they had a chance to sleep in a little bit today. And it got pushed back because it was an amazing five-setter between Louisville and Wisconsin. That was unbelievable high-caliber volleyball. And so the Huskers and the Panthers had to wait it out a little bit. But so proud of that Nebraska team. It was a great environment last night. You're absolutely right. There were so many people that contributed to that thing. And whatever the secret sauce is, they have found it, and they're going to have a shot. And I remember, it was a great point you mentioned about since that Wisconsin game, because I think they left Madison. They had to watch the Badgers celebrate winning the Big Ten title and getting the trophy. And they had to go 24 hours later and play a really good Purdue team who made a regional final a week ago. And they went into Purdue and they won handily that night. And you're like, okay, I think they're ready for postseason play. And man, have they been.
Yeah, and just figuring out how to close out games. That's a lot of the players have talked about. They weren't closing out games like they needed to. And again, I think it just took maybe it just clicked, I think, and it all came together for them. And now they're realizing how to. That's what, to me, and we talked about this yesterday about how it could come down to Pitt's never been in that moment before. Right. And when things could have gone off the rails a little bit, when Pitt takes the first set, when, they never looked panicked at all. I mean, they just stayed calm, cool, collected. They were having fun. You could tell that there were a lot of players on the Nebraska side that have been in these big moments, and they handled it really well.
We were talking earlier in the week about Nebraska's social team and what a great job they did with football signing day. There was some amazing social presence with the volleyball team, and Nick Burkhardt is with them in Columbus. It was great to see John Cook's kind of post-game speech to the team. That was fantastic. Yep. Where he finished, we get to see our old buddies again on Saturday night. That was incredible. They put out a little piece a couple hours ago that said, "This is Roddy's world. We're just living in it," after she was named Freshman of the Year. Caleb Banworth, who convinced John Cook to give her a scholarship offer 4 years ago, now is the Ole Miss head coach, was quoted today as saying, she goes, she's the best libero in the country right now. She is in college volleyball. She's just playing at a great level. And, man, the digs that she gets, and just amazing the way she continues to play great volleyball for this team. Did you see
the tweet about Lexi Rodriguez that said, like, the world is 76% water and Roddy, the rest is covered? Here it is. It's on Twitter. It's the third largest city, and Nebraska Volleyball quote tweeted it. 76% of the earth is covered by water. The rest is covered by Roddy.
Oh, my. That's great.
How great is that?
That is great. And she's a sweetheart. She's
great.
She's going to be a fan favorite for years to come here in Lincoln. So tomorrow night, 6:30 again, 6 o'clock here on the network. We are loaded tonight, folks. A big-time show coming your way. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to hear from John Cook. We're going to hear from Nicklin Hames and Lauren Stivrins. They all met with the media a couple of hours ago. We'll play some of the highlights of that. Emmett is coming on tonight. Emmett is the Johnson, the running back from the Twin Cities who Nebraska signed a couple of days ago. You had a chance to talk to him, and he's pushing Ernest. Maybe one of your favorite people in this class.
There's going to be a battle between those two on who's the best interview. I mean, they were both just so impressive. I think I told a lot of people, I don't know if I've ever interviewed a high school kid more impressive than Ernest. And boy, I interviewed Emmett last night, and I was blown away by him. Another guy that wants to get into broadcasting, hopefully. And I asked him if he was going to drop 25 points because he was going to play in a basketball game last night. Right after the interview, he had 24, so he's one off. But he's a great guy that I think Husker fans are really going to like him, too.
Looking forward to hearing that. We'll have that later this hour as well. Both basketball coaches met with the media today. They both have games on Sunday. We'll hear both from Coach Hoiberg and Coach Williams coming up in hour number 2. Mark Manning's wrestlers were supposed to wrestle tomorrow. They've got COVID issues, but we wanted to get Coach Manning to talk about the first month of the season. They are wrestling great. They won a team title in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, so Mark Manning will join us later on the program as well. And phone lines, text lines are open for you as well. 402-413-2400. That is our Sports Nightly hotline, which is brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first. 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com. We're back to hear from the volleyball squad. The coach, a couple of the players about getting ready to play the Badgers tomorrow night. We'll do that next.
Get holiday ready and make the most of the season with a new Ford from Woodhouse. Now offering 0% APR for 60 months and up to $1,000 in bonus cash on select vehicles. Plus, shop, finance, and buy your way online at WoodhouseFord.com or one of our 3 convenient Ford dealerships. Win the season with a new truck or SUV from Woodhouse Ford. WAC TTL Extra must finance with Ford Credit Financing. Vehicle delivery by 1/3/2022. $299 doc due at signing. Offer expires 1/3/2022. See dealer for details.
Valley 365 is here, and the time is now to take your farming technology full circle. Valley 365 is the ultimate command center, the new single sign-on platform that brings together our tried and true technology and streamlines your entire operation. Combining the best features of AgSense, Valley Scheduling, Valley VRI, and Valley Insights, Valley 365 is the next level solution for connected crop management. Leverage your data, make the most of your time, and own your tomorrow. Contact your Valley dealer today.
Don't let the cold winter worry you. As Nebraska's leading supplier of propane, you can count on Sapp Brothers to keep your family warm this winter. You're like family, and your safety is the #1 priority of Sapp Brothers. When it comes to your propane needs, Sapp Brothers has you covered. Visit www.sappbros.net/petroleum to find your local Sapp Brothers propane expert. Celebrating 50 years of fueling America's heartland and welcoming guests, Sapp Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Husker Athletics.
Pivot control has never been easier. T&L Irrigation now offers a new control panel called Precision Point Touch. It's a full-color 7-inch graphic touchscreen that's easy to use and gives you lots of great tools to make your irrigation faster and more efficient. Set up your pivots the way you want. You can update your older controls to the new Precision Point control panel too. Call your local T&L dealer or visit TLIRR.com. T&L Irrigation, like no other.
The name on the mailbox may say Smith, Myers, Baumgartner, or Johnson, but when you choose to plant with Rob Seco, it includes your name too, making you a stockholder in a company that's invested in you. With a simplicity that makes us easy to do business with, relationships that bring more to the table, the technology, traits, and genetics that take on local conditions, and people with the know-how to use it. At Rob Seco, the only stockholder we listen to is you.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. Nebraska researchers are designing the next generation of roadside steel barriers through an industry partnership with Trafix Devices. This partnership has produced the Delta Crash Cushion, a simplistic, effective way to keep drivers safe on highways. This barrier is vital for roadside safety and significantly improves the chances motorists will be able to walk away from roadside collisions.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. At Nebraska, our people will always be our greatest asset. Day by day, donors give our teams the best opportunity to compete and win through their generous donations. Our vision for the future is ambitious and requires help from those who want to see Husker athletics excel at the highest level. Go big and join thousands of other Huskers Athletic Fund members with your gift today at huskers.com/donate.
Hey, Nebraska fans, Jimmy John's in Omaha is currently looking for people to join their team with sandwich maker positions starting at $12 to $15 an hour, management positions with competitive pay and benefits, and delivery drivers earning up to $30 an hour with mileage and tips. Visit dkpmcorp.com and apply now. That's dkpmcorp.com. Come join the Jimmy John's team today. You can also visit any of the local independently owned and operated Jimmy John's franchises to learn more.
Whew. Sometimes being an office printer feels like I'm competing in an Olympic sport. Thankfully, I have Marco's Managed Print Services on my team. Marco's game plan helps me make big plays while saving big bucks. And Marco's lightning fast tech support gets me back in the game fast. Whew. I'm up. Find out what your printers could be saying with Marco's Managed Print Services at marconet.com.
From sprains and stitches to sore throats and sinus infections, when it's care that can't wait, count on CHI Health Clinic Priority Care. Simply walk in 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You'll get the quality care you need without an appointment, and you'll never pay more than a regular primary care visit. Get in, get out, and get on with your day. Find a location near you at chihealth.com/priority care.
It's Game On at Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont, featuring our winning combination of Buick SUVs and GMC trucks and SUVs. And as a GMC Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles for your business needs. For the convenient and easy way to shop for your next vehicle, just visit our Fremont location or check out our full inventory at SidDillonBuickGMC.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
We are professional grade.
You already got the hat, the jersey, maybe even the occasional red and white face paint. So kick things off right this season and add the FNBO Husker Visa debit card to the list. Pay loud and proud for every Husker decal, t-shirt, or hot dog at the game. Wear your heart on your sleeve and in your wallet with the Husker Visa debit card, free with any checking account from FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer. We have 27 locations across Nebraska and down into Kansas. Acres Solutions for every field. Greg Sharpe, Jessica Coody with you here on a Friday night. Tomorrow night, about this time, first serve will be happening in Columbus for the Huskers and the Badgers. John Cook, a couple of players, met with the media a few hours ago. It's been exactly 3 weeks since Nebraska played Wisconsin, and that was the Friday night. It was Black Friday right after the Huskers football game with Iowa, same day as that. And both teams probably are better than they were then. Here's John Cook talking about what may make the difference tomorrow night.
Got to make plays and max it out when it matters most, and that's what we're learning how to do. And we've won some deuce games since that match, and yes, Wisconsin's gotten better too. I mean, you're not in this, down to 2 teams today unless you've gotten better. So it's going to matter who can go out and perform with everything on the line, and that's what it's going to come down to, just like in most big sporting events.
A couple of the players that were made available to the media today, Nicklin Hames, one of them, and she was asked, what's different with this team now than just even a couple of weeks ago, and here was her response.
I feel like it's just we're flowing as a unit a lot better. We just have this belief in each other that I don't think was there the entire season, and you can tell on the court just how much we enjoy playing with each other, how much we have each other's backs, and I feel like a lot of times we kind of gave up in those tight moments, and now we really lean on each other, and we don't, and we've overcome a lot of tight games, and I think that's what's been the most special part about this whole run.
She's played really well, Jessica. And you have to. If you're not playing well from that position, like the quarterback in football, if you're not playing well there, you're probably not going to win a lot of matches.
Well, you heard Coach Reyes say the three biggest keys. It was serving and passing and whatever the second one was, and nickel and Hames was the third. And we heard Lauren Cook, West talking about it, Kelly talking about it. It's so key. And every kind of I mean, since I've been here and we've talked about potential national championship team, every team that's won one here, they've had an elite setter and the setter kind of helps propel a team to that. And they needed that out of Nicklin, and boy, she's playing some great volleyball. And not just, the way she's distributing the ball, some of the defensive, plays that she's making, keeping balls alive, unbelievable.
She's been great. When Nebraska, you're around that program, and they're always talking in championship terms. And when you're saying, oh, you played well, they kind of know what it takes to win at the highest levels. And Lauren Stivrins was asked at the media thing today about what are those qualities that determine whether you're a championship-type team.
I think the way that our team competes defensively is second to none. I think that it's effort and energy and grit, and those are some of our consistent, qualities that we have, especially in this tournament so far. And I think that this team is on a mission. We have such a deep belief in each other and ourselves that we can do this, and we're capable of winning no matter who we're up against. And so I think if we carry all of those things into tomorrow, then it's going to be a really great match, and hopefully we'll come out on top.
She's played well. I thought she played her best match of the postseason last night. She was pretty dominant at times.
And again, when the team needed it the most, she looked like a player that had been there, knew when a momentum needed to change, knew when her team needed a big play. She absolutely stepped up and delivered when her team needed it.
John Cook was asked about, the love affair that the state has with his program and this volleyball team, and how, the Devaney Center, we all know, is such a special place to go watch volleyball. It's the best place in the country. Nebraska leads the country in attendance in that sport. Here's the coach trying to articulate some of those thoughts.
It means a ton, and I just see the reactions of people, and so I don't want to throw any guys under the bus, but the article Tom Chattel wrote, just to give you an example, we sent it to 3 of our recruits' parents, and all the moms wrote back that they were crying reading it. So that just shows you, what he was able to capture in an article and what it means to people. And like I got asked, about Lauren's legacy, the reaction that people gave to her when she came back or was just even getting introduced. Those types of things are what just blow you away and make me appreciate Nebraska and how important it is, and how many, my phone's blown up. I have no idea who these people are, how they get my number, but just how it inspires them and what it means to them, and they love this team. There's a love affair with Nebraska volleyball and a love affair with this team.
And it's easy to support a winner. I get that, and that's what this program has done for years and years and years. This is again another national championship type team they're going to play out there tomorrow night. But the fans are a big part of it, and they surround that. They wrap their arms around that program, and that's why the best players in the country want to come here and play for that program.
Nicklin was asked about that and the fact that there's going to be a big watch party at PBA, and if they have celebration, if they win a national title, people will be there to greet them. But she absolutely said we wouldn't be here without our fans, and the support that they give them throughout an entire season, all throughout the year. It's monumental for them, and she gave all the credit, said we wouldn't be here without them.
Well, it's tomorrow night, 6:30. I know Husker Nation will be locked in for that one. For the Big Red against Wisconsin Badgers. 3rd time this year they play. Nebraska's not taken a set off the Badgers yet. John Cook told the story, and it was too long for us to play tonight because we're pinched with time with a lot of things we're trying to get on. But Jessica, his first year at Nebraska was 2000. In 99, he was the head coach of Wisconsin. So he recruited that whole team. Nebraska played Wisconsin in the 2000 national championship game, and he goes, it was hard because he said, I recruited everybody on the other team, and then I'm coaching this team, and it was a great match, 5-set match. Nebraska won. Wisconsin's never won a title. They're trying to fix that tomorrow night. Nebraska wants to get their 6th.
Yeah, and he talked about it was just kind of a little awkward, a little uncomfortable, but it was one of the most epic volleyball matches of all time, and it really propelled a lot for both programs. And he also was talking about just the passionate fan bases, both in Madison and here in Lincoln, and how big it's been for the sport, that those two had the most watched, viewed match this season of all of volleyball, and just how much those two programs, as much as they've competed, and they probably both hate playing each other, but that competition, that rivalry has just continued to help propel the sport.
Tends to bring out the best of you when you're playing somebody really, really good. Hey, this holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's during double discount days. Double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and now get a $10 gift card free with a $50 gift card purchase at Valentino's. We're back to hear from Emmett Johnson, the running back in this year's Husker football class. We'll do that next.
A DUI is everything you didn't prepare for. You did not save for it. You did not train for it. You did not go to school for it. You did not raise your family or buy a house or get a job for it. It is not your life goal or a dream come true. You have planned for everything in your life. You did not plan for a DUI. Get a ride. A DUI costs more than you think.
Brought to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
At Subaru, they love building vehicles for those who pack a lot into life. The redesigned 2021 Crosstrek is their way of saying more power to you. An upgrade in horsepower means you have a world of fun and adventure waiting for you. And the Crosstrek comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Visit Dakotas Subaru at 27th Street and Jamie Lane in Lincoln or at DakotasuBaru.com. Upgraded horsepower available on select models.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it is safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief, nutrition, or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Lutz is an integrated business solutions firm born and raised in Nebraska with offices in Omaha, Lincoln, Hastings, and Grand Island. Lutz provides expert accounting, consulting, financial, technology, M&A, and talent solutions tailored to you. Lutz embraces your business as their own to discover the right solutions to help you thrive. They mind what matters for businesses or individuals seeking a partner to help energize and heighten financial and organizational success. Visit lutz.us/GBR.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
From sprains and stitches to sore throats and sinus infections. When it's care that can't wait, count on CHI Health Clinic Priority Care. Simply walk in 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You'll get the quality care you need without an appointment. And you'll never pay more than a regular primary care visit. Get in, get out, and get on with your day. Find a location near you at chihealth.com/priority care.
Want to get all the latest Husker news straight to your phone? Need to be the first of your friends to get the scoop on all things Huskers? Sign up for text alerts from Nebraska Athletics. Text Huskers to 83200 to get game time notifications and updates, breaking news, special ticket offers, and more straight to your phone. All the Husker news is just a quick text away. Just text Huskers to 83200. Standard text messaging rates apply and may vary by carrier.
Find your sanctuary in a new Lincoln SUV from Woodhouse Lincoln during the Lincoln Wishlist sales event. From the top safety-rated Corsair to the luxurious Lincoln Navigator, Woodhouse Lincoln can fulfill your wish this season. Get 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on qualifying vehicles. Shop our inventory in-store or online at woodhouselincoln.com. WAC TTL Extra. Offer valid on qualifying vehicles. Offer expires 1/2/2022. See dealer for details.
Walk these fields for 85 years. Grow deeper roots here. Know what thrives here. Bring in world-class genetics and innovative traits like Chrome triple stack corn hybrids and Enlist E3 soybeans. Refine it through pure local know-how and expertise. Do all of that, and the only thing left is the right seed. Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Here is a before winter to-do list from J-Tech Construction. Let's start with windows. Triple pane window technology has saved homeowners countless dollars on heating and cooling bills. Siding serves a crucially important purpose, protecting your home and insulating it from adverse weather conditions. And don't forget about your roof. Designing your roof should be simple and painless, and J-Tech offers several payment plan options. One more thing on your to-do list, call J-Tech Construction, the official exterior experts of the Huskers.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. During the summer of 2021, 3 UNL students helped safeguard cattle across the state. Neely Anderson, Tatiana Jones, and Ashton Commons developed secure beef supply plans that prevent the spread of disease outbreak. The plans protect nearly 850,000 cattle across our state and provide greater economic security for this vital industry.
We're back inside of our Acres Broadcast Center, brought to you by Acres Equipment, 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres Solutions for every field. Greg Sharpe, Jessica Coody with you here on a Friday night. Just heard from John Cook. Also, Nicklin Hames and Lauren Stivrins. Husker volleyball tomorrow night. Husker football wrapping up a busy week with the signing day on Wednesday, where they signed 13. They got Dakotas today. Had to work it in one more time. And one of the young men, and Jessica, who was a late addition to this class, is Emmett Johnson, the running back. He's the one running back in this class from the Twin Cities. You had a chance to catch up with him.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Frost last night about some of the recruits. You can tell this is a guy that they really like and are really impressed with, and not just because of the kind of football player he is, but the kind of person he is. And yeah, I really enjoyed talking to him. It was right before he went to a basketball game, so that he scored 24 at last night, by the way. But yeah, this is him at just before, right after signing with the Huskers. Welcome in one of the newest Huskers, another new Husker signing his letter of intent on Wednesday. Emmett Johnson, a running back out of Minnesota. Well, how does it feel today? I know probably on Wednesday, on signing day, it can be such a whirlwind. So how do you feel today and being officially a Husker?
Yeah, it feels great. Today I just feel really relaxed. You know, yesterday, the day I was going through the day, all I was thinking about was signing and committing. But it feels good today to not have to worry about where I'm going next year and not have to stress and go through all the texting and calling with the coaches every day. It just feels good. I just feel really relieved, and I'm really excited about the next chapter.
Take me through your recruiting process with the Huskers, because you were on campus right this past weekend, and you committed, I think, the day before signing day, just how that all went down for you.
Yeah, so I just went on my official visit down there this past weekend, and I fell in love with the place when I first came there to the Iowa football game. The environment was really nice, and the coaches really loved me a lot. But my parents weren't there the first time I went there, so it was just me and my brother. And so I wanted them to come down and see it, and my coaches wanted them to come down and see it. And they went with me to see the facility, and it was just – my mom liked it. The academics were perfect for me, and that's something that I'm big on too, is being set up for life after football. So the academic part really was a good part for me. And then my relationship with Coach Frost and Coach Brown was great. And Coach Frost likes me a lot. And so I just felt like it was the best fit for me. And then we decided this weekend that we wanted to commit, but we wanted to wait until Wednesday just to make it on signing day. So it'd be all on one day. So we just prayed about it. And my family loved the environment down there. They love the academics and just the best fit for me. So that's why I chose to go to Nebraska.
That's amazing. Academics is a huge thing here. I mean, more academic All-Americans than any other program. You see academic All Big 12s. I mean, what are you looking to pursue academically?
Yeah, I was planning on doing sports journalism, but there's a lot of opportunities. I feel like once I get on campus and really see what the opportunities are, I probably might switch my mind. But sports journalism is something that I've been big on, and some broadcasting, stuff like that. So I'll be excited to learn that. And then I met a guy named Dennis too that's down there on campus, and he's one of the counselors who helps the athletes with academics. And he was just a good guy to talk to, and he's a guy that keeps me on track. So I know my parents won't be down there, and I work hard already, but it was just great to see the school and the academic part of it. And I just feel like I'll be really successful somewhere where a school I'm at now is really challenging academic-wise. So I feel like it's really setting me up for the next level. And this is a great school for me. So
That is, I mean, what an impressive answer. And I can already tell you, you will kill the broadcasting game just with 3 questions into this. Hey, we can help you out with that too. We got lots of opportunities in the Huskers Radio Network. We can get you involved with that. As far as just what you do on the field, I mean, you racked up crazy numbers. People in Nebraska, Husker fans, love their running backs. Tell us what your style is like and what you're like out on a football field.
Yeah, on the football field, I'm just really a competitor. I can do many different things, and the main thing for me is just doing whatever the team needs to win. They see what I do on the film, but like if I need to go block to win the game, I'll do that. If I need to go make a big catch, I'll do that. So whatever the team needs of me, but just know, Husker Nation, you guys got a player who's a winner, who loves winning. I'm really competitive. I can do a lot of different things on the football field, not just one style type of running back. I can run routes. I can use my speed to get into open space. I'm good in space. I can get the tough yards, and I'm just really adaptable to whatever the coaches want from me. So whatever they want for me to do, I'll just be working hard at it. So
the offensive coaches that Coach Frost just brought in, a couple of them known, they've been a part of offenses of teams that have put up crazy offensive statistics. How exciting is that for you to be a part of some explosive offenses, hopefully moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. Pittsburgh is a team that I watched a lot. I just met the coach, the offensive coordinator. That'll be the new offensive coordinator here in Nebraska. And I watched a lot of their offense and just how explosive it is. And I think it fits my game really well. And I feel like he's going to know how to use our offense the right way. And so it's just good to have people who've been around the game for a while. I know Coach Brown is good friends with the coach from Pittsburgh. So they've been around football for a while, and they've seen a lot of different things. So I think we're in good hands, and he's going to be a great coach for us.
What conversations have you had about, getting in here and competing and potentially earning playing time as a freshman?
Yeah, so Coach Brown, he drew out the list of the 6 running backs that they had, and he spoke about how 3 of them are gone, or 2 of them enter the portal or something like that. And then there's 3 running backs there now, and 1 of them were hurt, and he's still going to be hurt for spring ball. And then there's 2 others, Jaquez Yant and another one, Ramir Johnson, those 2 who are there now. And he just says, if I come in and just work really hard, I'll have an opportunity to play my first year. But a thing that he loved about me that not a lot of other people do is that I play special teams too. So I'm a kick returner, punt returner. So those are things I'm looking forward to doing. And I feel like I could really help them in that category right away. But whatever the case is, I'm just going to go in and work as hard as I can. And hopefully I think I'll have a good opportunity to play my first year. So
Husker fans will love to hear that too, punt returner, kick returner. What about learning, the offense? This whole team will be learning, kind of new tweaks this spring. And with you coming in probably in the summer, how do you go about learning the offense so that you can kind of be ready to go once you get here?
Yeah, the biggest thing is just to ask coach as many questions as possible because I know the offense at my school, it took me a while to learn it too. Coming in as a freshman was really tough, so I couldn't imagine how hard the college playbook is going to be. So I'll say I'm good at studying things like in school and stuff like that, so I don't think it'll take me very long to catch on, but I'm just going to ask as many questions as possible and get the most advice I can. Now, I think I'll be ready for it, though, for sure.
A two-time team captain, both in football and basketball, too. I read a lot of your coaches just kind of rave about your leadership capabilities. Why has that been important for you, and how have you been able to develop into that kind of leader?
Yeah, I would say I grew up in it. My family, very humble people, and our character has always taken us far. So being a captain meant a lot, but I wasn't one of those captains that are rude to my teammates. You know, I really appreciate my teammates. In every interview you hear about me in the paper, I always talk about how my teammates helped me. And I'm a great running back, but you see my offensive line, they block for me, and I give them props too. So it means a lot to be a leader, and I'm glad that people see me as a leader, but it's something that I kind of do just to, like, you know, help others on my team. And I'm glad I'm in that position to help others. So it shows the hard work I put in on the field, but as well as my leadership.
So you've mentioned your family multiple times in this interview. How special was it for them to be a part of your signing day? Was it your brother? The GBR shirts were awesome. I got to figure out where to get that one. That was awesome.
Yeah, so we actually, when we came down to campus, we were planning on getting a shirt, but we never got the opportunity to. So when we came back, my sister just got some red shirts it was a quick thing. It all happened quick. So she got some red shirts, and then we just printed the stickers on there, like the GBR, and one of them was just N and stuff like that. But yeah, that was my brother wearing the shirt. And yeah, but that's where we got it from, was we went to a store and just got a shirt. But it meant a lot for them to be there with me. You know, a lot of parents aren't together. You know, there's a lot of that going on. And I'm blessed to have my whole family with me, and they've always been with me since the beginning. So it's just a blessing, and this is something I want to do to give back to my parents. You know, they've been working hard for me all of their life. They sacrificed a lot of time and spent a lot of time on me. So this is just something in return I hope I can give to them, and just being the best person I can be in the classroom as well as on the field. So.
And I got to imagine they're going to be in Lincoln often, right?
Yeah, my dad never got up there yet, but my mom loves it. So we're looking forward to coming up there again soon.
That's awesome. Well, I know I got to let you go. I could talk to you. You're such a great interview. We could keep this conversation going, but you got to get to a basketball game. You going to drop like 25 and 10 tonight, or what are you going to do?
Whatever it takes for the team to win. I probably will drop a lot of points, but whatever it takes to win, that's what I'm willing to do.
How much is basketball? A lot of these Huskers that are playing now were two sports stars in high school. How important has that been for you to kind of have both football and basketball to get you to this point today?
Yeah, I would say each sport helps me with another. My vision on the court, basketball court, leads to good vision on the football field. They all work with each other. I would say track. I do track also, and my speed has improved a lot on the football field, and my running form is just from track. So each sport has a little thing that helps with one another, and it's just great to be a multi-sport athlete. Just because it helps me in different things, but just to say that I played multiple sports in high school and just had a fun time, that's something I've always been doing, is just great. So they all help each other.
Last thing, what about your running style? Are you downhill? Are you like the contacts? Are you shifty?
Yeah.
What are you like?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit of everything. I would say when I was younger in high school, my freshman year around that time, I was more of a shifty type of person, but I put on a lot of muscle in the off season, in which I still have to put on more muscle, but I would say I could do a little bit of everything. So that's something at this next level that you got to be able to do, is do multiple things to be great running back. So whatever it is I need to work on, I'm willing to work on it. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Well, fantastic. So great to hear from you. Can't wait to see you here in Lincoln. We appreciate you spending some time, and best of luck in that basketball game tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
We'll have to tell Jeremiah he's coming for his job.
Woo, man. Well, I want to see him play first before he leaves the playing field. What an impressive young man.
Right? I told you. I was blown away, and, just was very appreciative, and when we were just setting it up, I mean, he's just so thankful again to be a Husker and wasn't really, highly recruited, but I think he'll probably come in with a chip on his shoulder. You heard it. He's going to work very, very hard and take care of his business. And, it just kind of means a lot to him to have this opportunity.
Seen his tape. I like his tape. I know some people are concerned that he didn't have a lot of high offers, but I think Nebraska sees something in him. And if you watch the tape, you can. And if you talk to him, how can you not be impressed with that?
Right.
That was fantastic. Well done. Hey, buckle up. Put that phone down. It's a reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. We have one more segment left this hour. Love to have you a part of it. 402-413-2400 with a call or a text. Back with more here on Sports Alley next.
Touchdown, Nebraska! If you're doing business in Nebraska, the best way to connect your organization with the excitement surrounding the Huskers is through a partnership with Nebraska Athletics. You can take your business to the next level by reaching loyal Husker fans through in-venue signage, digital and social media, radio advertising, and more. Join the Husker team today and email partners@huskers.com to learn more about opportunities to connect with Husker Nation. That's partners@huskers.com.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the Grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid minerals with protein or Redmond natural mineral salt for livestock or humans, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blahorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com. Triple B Feed, helping you and your cattle.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it is safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief, nutrition, or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hey, Nebraska fans, Jimmy John's in Omaha is currently looking for people to join their team with sandwich maker positions starting at $12 to $15 an hour, management positions with competitive pay and benefits, and delivery drivers earning up to $30 an hour with mileage and tips. Visit dkpmcorp.com and apply now. That's dkpmcorp.com. Come join the Jimmy John's team today. You can also visit any of the local independently owned and operated Jimmy John's franchises to learn more.
Score a game-winning drive when you buy your next vehicle at Sid Dillon Chevrolet. As a Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles, including medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Whatever vehicle fits your needs, we're here to make the purchase process easy. Visit our Chevy locations in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo. Plus, shop our full inventory at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Chevy, find new roads.
We're back inside of our Acres Equipment Broadcast Center. 402-413-2400, the number to dot us up with a comment or question or fire off a text. Our Sports Alley hotline is brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto Family Shop. Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations, simplified car buying to save you time. Shop finance, buy online at woodhouse.com. Some text to get through here, Jessica. One, how many players from the football transfer portal did we get? Was it 3, 4, or 5? I don't know. We haven't announced it yet. Nebraska hasn't announced anything official. And it's not going to end. It doesn't end this week. That's going to continue over the next month plus. That could continue into the summer.
Yeah, I was going to say once teams go through spring ball, and I think it'll open back up big time. It'll be really fascinating to see because we're seeing record numbers right now. What those numbers look like in the summer, how that trends over into once spring ball is done.
No doubt. Art in Los Angeles. It seems like there were a lot of Husker fans in Columbus last night. Do you think there'll be more Wisconsin fans or Husker fans tomorrow night? I wasn't there. I think the Badgers will be pretty well represented. It's not a bad drive from Madison to there. A lot closer for them. Probably 50-50. I don't know.
It's going to be hard to tell, right?
Both red.
Yeah. So, but no, I think, even for the Husker fans that weren't here or weren't there last night, probably a lot of them making the drive down for tomorrow. So, or the flight. But yeah, and Coach Cook, we cut some press conference bites earlier if you missed him, but he was saying about, just the fan support in Wisconsin, at Madison and Lincoln. I think it was a reporter from ESPN, and she covers volleyball specifically, and she just said, there's just, across all of college volleyball, there's just nothing compares to Madison and Lincoln.
Right.
The two most epic atmospheres in college volleyball. So there's no doubt that thing is going to be full, which is also good for the sport. So, some teams might not have that kind of following, but the fact that you have two of the most followed teams in all of the sport matching up in the national title, it's going to be a packed house, and the ratings will be this might break a record tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll be good. And I think last night, particularly that first match with Wisconsin-Louisville, was so good in the high level. Jeremy in Falwell. Everyone knows John Cook's a legend and has had great seasons and won a lot, but is this his best year as coach? I don't know. He'd probably have a better feel for that. It's been a phenomenal job the way he's merged this group together.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of heard that, throughout this season. It was tough coming off the COVID year and then having, to figure out the lineup, which we've talked a lot about. And Nicklin Hames, we had this discussion last night I was saying about how Coach Cook has continued to evolve, and she kind of went a little bit further, but he always wants to be better, and he always wants to learn, and he pushes. That is we feed off of that. We also want to do that. So it just continues to kind of, they buy into that, and he's just the ultimate motivator and knows the pulse of his team so well, that what they need in certain moments, and this talent was there, and sometimes that can be a necessary evil. It can be kind of be a struggle if you have so much talent. Yeah, and just getting it all to come together at the right times. But we knew that if anybody could do it, it'd be John Cook.
One last text for the hour. Any truth to the rumor that Emmett was injured during his junior year and that limited his exposure? I don't know.
That didn't come up in our conversation. Yeah. I haven't.
We'll check.
Yeah,
we can ask him.
Look into that.
Hey, 26 Huskers are going to get their degrees this weekend. A couple today. A couple of volleyball players got their diplomas. Kayla Caffey and Kenzie Knuckles both got their degrees this weekend. It's too bad they can't be here to walk. Bella Cravens from the women's basketball team, they're going to honor her right before the game on Sunday.
Yep, and Travis Vokalek, he was in studio today.
Yep.
We're going to run it next week, but before he gets out of town, since he announced that he was coming back, and he's also walking as well. He said he wanted to walk in fall camp, but had the ankle injury, so he didn't want a crutch.
Right,
so
and during the August one.
Yep.
So he's able to do it now, even though he graduated officially in August. Brody Belt gets his degree. Colton Feast from football gets his degree. Damian Jackson. What is Damian now? 28, 29, somewhere. He's getting his degree.
That's awesome.
Wyatt Lever, Va Clements, the linebacker. Caleb Tanner getting his degree. Good for Caleb Tanner and Shay Shanneman from the Husker baseball team. And there's more. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but 26 athletes getting their diplomas. You kind of forget sometimes that's what it's about. It's a big part of why they're here.
Yeah, and a lot of them, that's a goal. It's a dream. And even Travis said that today. He's like, that's been a goal of mine for a long time, that I wanted to get my college degree and work on my master's, and that's what he's doing. And, it's such a great, you just heard Emmett talking about, and a lot of these recruits, that they bring that up without me even asking about it, about how important the academic side of things are here, and, getting your degree and making sure you're taking care of your business in the classroom.
So congratulations to those 26 Huskers getting their diplomas. Some of them today, most of the ceremonies are tomorrow. All that going on at PBA, so a lot of people in town. In fact, there's a reception here in the stadium tonight for those graduates. 1 hour in the book, a lot more to go. Come on back, have some fun with us.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Come visit us at Woodhouse Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and shop the 2021 Hyundai Tucson. Equipped with an impressive balance of style, smarts, and award-winning safety. Plus, benefit from Hyundai Owner Assurance with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, making your choice easy. Shop our selection in person or online at woodhousehyundai.com.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hey, Husker fans, if you're looking for an exciting new career as part of your pandemic recovery, Iowa has over 75,000 job openings in industries such as healthcare, advanced manufacturing, construction, IT, and ag. IowaWorks.gov has more information about job openings, earn while you learn apprenticeships, and exciting training and scholarship opportunities. Find your next great job in Iowa. They've got a solid game plan, a bright future, and want you on their team. www.iowaworks.gov.
Woohoo! Business Technology 1, network downtime 0. Being a game-winning IT network takes hard work and an experienced technology coach. That's why our game plan includes Marco. Marco helps our entire business infrastructure perform better and score big day in and day out. With Marco's veteran experience guiding our team, every season is a winning season. Find out what your technology could be saying at marconet.com.
Good evening. I'm Greg Sharpe. Here is tonight's sports ticker. Husker volleyball is going to face the Wisconsin Badgers tomorrow night for a national championship. The Huskers earned their spot with a 4-set victory last night over Pittsburgh. The title game begins at 6:30. Our pregame coverage tomorrow with John Bader, Lauren Cook-West starts at 6 o'clock. Husker freshman Lexi Rodriguez named today as the Freshman of the Year by the AVCA. Rodriguez is the first libero in history to earn the freshman honor. Husker football added another member of their recruiting class today as wide receiver Dakotas Crawford inked with a big red. Crawford becomes the 14th member of the 2022 class. He chose the Huskers over Texas and Florida. The college bowl season started today. The Bahamas Bowl this afternoon. Middle Tennessee State beat Toledo 31-24. They're at the half. In the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl in Orlando, Northern Illinois leads Coastal Carolina 24-19. A whole host of bowl games tomorrow, including Andrew's favorite, the Jimmy Kimmel L.A. Bowl. Both the Husker men and women's basketball teams will be back on the hardwood Sunday. Fred Hoiberg talked to the media today. He's happy to report that the illness that hit the team a week ago seems to be behind them, but that forward Derek Walker now has been bothered by a bad knee.
Well, I hope it doesn't happen, and, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But, RJ, our trainer, is optimistic. He will be back out on the floor tomorrow, maybe a little bit more limited, but, hope to have him back on the floor on Sunday. And, we'll see how much he can go. But Eduardo has been back. He's the one guy that was out for the 2 days after the last game, and have had him back, and he's looked good, getting his strength back. So, Lat has had some spot minutes at that position the last couple of years. And, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, Robin. Just a little bit of, knee issue, yep.
The Huskers will face K-State Sunday at 5. Pregame coverage here on the network at 4 with Kent Pavelka and Jake Muehlheisen. Amy Williams' undefeated squad's going to take on the Drake Bulldogs Sunday at noon at PBA. We're going to hear from Coach Williams coming up later in the hour. One Big Ten women's matchup tonight, Northwestern hosting Temple, just underway in Evanston. The Nebraska women's gymnastics squad will have their inter-squad meet tomorrow at the Allen Training Complex. Doors open at 3:30. The meet starts at 4. It's open and free to the public. That is tonight's ticker. I'm Greg Sharpe.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Here's Verge driving the ball down the left side, changes hands and lays it in. Alonzo Verge licking his foot to the rim.
Markowski has to chuck up a three. You betcha! Is that Jazz Shelley or is that Alexis Markowski? She's hit her first 2 threes as a Husker.
Lexi Rodriguez floats it over, pass by Eggleston, tight to the net, gets it back, swings, block back. Nebraska's got 3 blocks. Lucy Krause, the night of her life so far.
Drives the ball. Help defense is there. Great block, but it's retrieved by Dickinson. The putback no good. Rebound by Verge. What a great play it was by Eduardo Andre at the rim.
Shelley leading a 3-on-2. No look over the head pass to Heidi. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jazz Shelley threw it over her head. No look pass to Heidi for the layup.
Played by Kubik. Sad left. Batenhorst, big rip off the block and down. Lily Batenhorst, her finest hour as a Husker.
Here are your hosts, Greg Sharpe and Jessica Coody on the Huskers Radio Network.
Thank you. Welcome back. It's our final hour of the night, final hour of the week of Sports On. It's been a fun week. A lot has happened with signing day, middle of the week, the Final Four going on in Columbus, Ohio. It's been finals week on campus, so the basketball teams were not scheduled to play anybody. That's why they have the doubleheader coming up on Sunday with the women at noon, the men at 5 o'clock. Drake and K-State, 2 pretty good foes to battle that out. We had a text late last hour, Jessica, wanting to know if Emmett had any injury problems. He reached out to the young running back from Minneapolis. What'd he say?
He said no, he just had a shortened season due to COVID, but he never missed a game in 4 years that his team could play.
Good.
So he,
durable.
He definitely didn't get injured, but definitely missed a season or whatever for COVID or half the season.
Very good.
How about Dakota's trending on Twitter right now?
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And what's the middle name? He's got an unusual middle name. We'll look that up. It's To Ever Do It.
I thought it was Juan.
No, it's To Ever Do It. Andrew's right. It's To Ever Do It. And so it's Dakotas To Ever Do It Crawford.
Wow.
So there you go. Wow. I hope he can play as good as he sounds. That's fantastic. Husker basketball, boy, it's been a tough couple of weeks for Fred Hoiberg's team, and they had the flu bug last week that limited some practice time for everybody. And so now they've got to try to pick themselves up and get after it. Fred Hoiberg met with the media today and talked about there needs to be some urgency with this basketball team sitting right now at 5-6.
I looked at everything, and not to sit here and say, defense was, believe me, it was the bigger issue. Transition and taking away the three. Those have been, again, on the other end of the floor. We changed things up on the offensive system. It's urgency. That's what it is more than anything on that end of the floor. It's urgency. It's playing harder. It's giving more effort. We got our head kicked in for 2 straight games. And, not to give our guy, we did not face much adversity in the preseason, unfortunately, looking back on it. I wish Colorado would have come in here and whooped us as opposed to being up 30 and kind of having our way in that game. Weren't really tested in the other one as well. And then you come out, you lose one. I thought we continued to compete and we get our head kicked in for 2 straight games. So absolutely, we did look at everything. Had a lot of long meetings about what we wanted to do. Do we overreact? That's one thing that we talked about based on the circumstances of last week, but I felt we had to do something, and we had to do something drastic. So that's why the changes that we implemented were made, and now it's about carrying that over, being consistent with it. We've got 2 games before the break, and then we're going to have a lot of practice time again before we open up back up with the Big Ten play on January 2nd against Ohio State. But right now it's just about getting our team right physically, mentally probably more than anything right now, that we do have our health back. But yeah, we had to do something. I had to do something to change the vibe and to hopefully get us out there, going out there and competing. You can get beat, but you don't want to walk in that locker room the way that we have the last few games, how this group has felt when you just get it handed to you like we have. It's a horrible feeling for everybody involved, and it's unacceptable, how it's happened, how we, especially the Michigan game, I felt we just quit competing altogether. So got to find a way to fight, and I don't care what the score is, you got to go out there and compete to the final buzzer. We did not do that the last 2 games.
What do you think? Can they hit the reset button?
I mean, you have to, right? But
Yeah.
Derek Walker he's whatever his
Kinda
status
iffy.
is. Yeah, he's really the leader, for this team. And so him not being able to be on the court is tough. But, I think Bryce McGowan's, and he's had a lot of pressure, and we've seen flashes of really greatness for him. I think he kind of needs to come out and kind of make a statement. So hopefully, he'll be motivated and come out. We've seen Alonzo Verge, have some pretty good games as well. But I think you said it right after the game that, it'd be probably good to kind of have a little bit of a break, to take a breather, go practice really hard. Armand Gates talked about they're going to have some tough practices this week, but kind of figure out what they need to target and get better at, and where they can be better, and, do everything that they can to be ready for this one.
That is a perfect segue into our next clip from the coach. What have the practices been like this week?
Yeah, I think they've, again, I know it doesn't mean anything until we get on the floor and show hopefully improvement. But, guys have taken it great. They've handled it the right way. We've had 2 incredibly competitive practices, these last 2. And we'll back off tomorrow a little bit heading into the game on Sunday, the 5 o'clock game on Sunday. But, again, I just felt like we needed to get back to the basics and compete. And our guys have responded to that. And, again, hopefully that carries over on Sunday.
And we'll leave you with this with the coach. He talked about that this team just has to try to find an identity as they get to the middle part of this season.
Yeah, it's a great question, Rob. And I'd say this: if anybody was having fun last week, then probably don't want them. So, I do talk about that with our guys. This is a game that you got to enjoy being out there on the floor. But the way I think you enjoy it is by going out there and flying around and going out there and giving great effort and going out there and playing together. That's when it's fun. And, when you pull apart, when you quit competing, it's miserable. So, it is part of it is just getting back to try and, again, when we were in the preseason, the swagger we were playing with, the energy we were playing with, because things were going great for us out there, but you hate to be labeled a group of front runners. And when things are going well, that can't be the only time where you have that communication, where, that contagious energy is out there. More important, you have to have that when things aren't going well, because this is a game of runs. And, when those runs are going the wrong way, you got to find a way to continue to go out there and communicate. It's more important when things aren't going well. So again, there's been a lot of conversations about that this week, and it is. I mean, you play your best when you're having fun and when you're confident. And right now, those have been two things that we've struggled with. So, again, the energy, when you have it, it's contagious. It runs through the team, and we need to do a better job of that top to bottom.
Almost hear like some pain in his voice. You can tell this was a gut punch.
Yeah, and confidence. You heard him say that. This team just does not look like a team that when they ran out to play Auburn that, it felt like they were lacking a little bit of confidence. And so hopefully, they can come out, hit some shots from the beginning, and that is so key, and that could really, turn things around. If you come out, with a lot of energy, as he just said, and knock down some big shots, it could be a big fix for that confidence.
Back-to-back games with KSU before they go to the break. Kansas State, Kennesaw State on Sunday, and then on Wednesday, and then they'll take about 10 days off. Husker women back in action again on Sunday to take on the Drake Bulldogs. Before we get into Coach Williams talking about Drake, she was fired up about Husker volleyball. Take a listen.
Opening statement, what an awesome time for Husker athletics. I was blessed on a recruiting trip last night to be able to listen to Husker volleyball advance to the national championship game. Really made my drive pass a lot better, and just really excited for this weekend. Obviously, we have a big game on Sunday, but just excited to cheer on our volleyball team in that national championship game.
And the Huskers will host the Drake Bulldogs. It's a pretty good team, a team that can get up and down the floor. They beat Creighton, who Nebraska had a battle with a couple of weeks ago. So this will be a nice test for the Huskers. Here's the coach talking about the 7-2 Drake Bulldogs.
Well, I think Jeff would know probably top 15 scoring team in the country, averaging 80 plus points a game. One of the box scores I had to double take, and I'm thinking, okay, so it's tough enough when you're playing teams that have 10 different players that can score in a ball game, but 10 different players hit a 3 in one of their games this year. They have very balanced scoring. They all, every player on their roster can shoot it from the perimeter. They're really good in transition. I think they have great balance, and I think that those are some of the challenges that we're preparing for.
We can have shootout? It's going to be like 100 in the hundreds for both teams. I mean, you heard her talking about Drake having all these scores. Well, she's got quite a few scores that have been just lighting it up. But Drake always has good shooters. Both men's and women's, they always seem to have a good shooter.
They
or
do.
2 or 3 or 4.
Catches my attention. They beat Creighton because Nebraska and Creighton
Yep.
had a battle back in November. So this will be one worth watching. Get out there, folks. Go watch this team
And
noon.
they're going to be honoring the volleyball team. I hope I'm allowed to say that no matter what, they're going to be honoring the volleyball team.
Good. They should fly back that morning.
Yep.
So probably a little bleary-eyed, hopefully with a trophy.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Hopefully they're carrying a big trophy with them in there. All right, noon for the women, 5 o'clock for the men, both on Sunday. 402-413-2400, the number to dot us up with a comment or question. Let's go to the phones up to Omaha. Doc of Rock, good evening, sir.
Go Big Red. Happy Friday. I hope it was payday. If not, maybe next week, right?
You bet.
It's hard to pick on just one thing. I know I talked to the screener about redshirt freshmen on the football team, so we'll get your take on upcoming cats that are hoping to make a splash at the spring game and next year. Real excited about the tight end room. Congratulations, Vokalek. I think he got lifter of the year. It's usually those cats that excel. And, just throwing Harburg, I think he's 6'5", with a rocket arm. And we'd really like to see the tight ends get a lot more involved even than they were this last season, and excited about the receiver room. So got to give a congratulations to John Cook and the volleyball gals. Congratulations. Let's bring a natty back to Lincoln. And, women's sports. I mean, I've watched some women's basketball, and man, that's a fun team to watch. And I think that's why Nebraska fans are the way they are, is because no matter what sport, you're a Nebraska fan, and if it's bowling, whatever it is, you're into it, and it's about competition. And I could go on. Thanks for the speed round. I appreciate it.
Doc,
Go Big Red.
That's awesome. I absolutely agree. I've been saying that since I got here, and that was one of the things that was the most intriguing to me is that this fan base, and they do care about women's sports. They're very passionate about women's sports, and the support that women's sports get here, you just don't find that. It's just, across the country, and it's not just the volleyball team. It's all sports, as he said. So I love that as someone that's a big advocate for women's sports and kind of growing these games. And I just absolutely adore that about Husker fans, that they are all behind these ladies, and they deserve it too. They work really hard, and look how well both those teams are performing. We got one performing for a national title, one probably about to be ranked in the top 25, unbeaten. One of, 13 teams that have started the season unbeaten, and they're going to be really good. And they're young, too. That women's basketball team is young.
And I mentioned in the ticker, the women's gym has an inter-squad thing tomorrow. You can go. It's free, open to the public over at their training facility in the Devaney complex.
Doc can call any night. That call was great.
Doc, well done, Doc.
Andy said in the chat room, he said, great caller. I was like, yeah.
And he mentioned Travis Vokalek. You're going to try to talk to him next week, right?
Yes, I did. I actually had to. We recorded it today, so spoiler alert, it will be pre-recorded, but he talked about that. He loves being in the weight room. He loves lifting. He loves working out. Like, that is something that he thrives in. And so not surprising that he won that award either.
Yeah, he's not a little fella. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. You know, he talked about the tight ends. Austin Allen led the team in catches. So the tight ends were used a lot this past year. But he's right. I think that group is so good, you're gonna want to get them the football. Thomas Fidone is going to be a special player here for the Huskers. Hey, our Sports Nightly hotline, which Doc called up on, is brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations, simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, buy online at woodhouse.com. Husker Wrestling was supposed to have a home duel tomorrow. Some COVID issues within the program, and I'm told everybody's okay. Canceled tomorrow's duel with South Dakota State. But we wanted to talk to the coach about what's been a really successful first month to their season, including a team championship out at the Cliff Keen Invitational in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. We're back to talk some Husker Wrestling with Mark Manning. We'll do that next.
When you choose Woodman Life, you choose a better life insurance company. Yes, Woodman Life is life insurance, but so much more. Woodman Life is here to protect your family's financial future and offer help when the going gets tough. And Woodman Life is honored to join you in the celebration of family, community, and country. Get to know Woodman Life at woodmanlife.org. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska. You always dreamed of owning your own farm. Now you're living your dream, and it's time to pick the tractor that makes it all come together. Massey Ferguson has reinvented what compact and utility tractors can be and redefined what they do, making them easier to operate, more comfortable to drive, more versatile than ever. Massey Ferguson gives Nebraska farmers the power and performance to win in the field. MERS Farm Equipment in Falls City, Nebraska. www.mersfarmequipment.com. Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red. What is highbid.com? It's the online auction site for just about everything under the sun. Art and antiques, cars and coins, office equipment and furniture, toys and tools. You can find it all at highbid.com. Highbid.com gives you access to thousands of auctions across the USA and around the world. Browse the most popular auctions, search for the exact item you want, or just explore the site. Go to highbid.com. That's HIBID.com and find what you're looking for today.
This year, don't just get ready. Get holiday ready with Ford. And the best place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Whether you're getting out to the mall or getting off the grid, we've got a Ford SUV that's perfect for you. Or check out America's best-selling trucks, Ford F-Series. Inventory is arriving daily, so get the season started off right and get our best offers during the Get Holiday Ready sales event at your local Ford dealer. Best-selling claim based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
You trained for this all year. Endless
endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now, you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance, all without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Lutz is an integrated business solutions firm born and raised in Nebraska with offices in Omaha, Lincoln, Hastings, and Grand Island. Lutz provides expert accounting, consulting, financial, technology, M&A, and talent solutions tailored to you. Lutz embraces your business as their own to discover the right solutions to help you thrive. They mind what matters for businesses or individuals seeking a partner to help energize and heighten financial and organizational success. Visit lutz.us/GBR.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at beardmoresubaru.com.
This year, don't just get ready, get holiday ready with Ford. And the best place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Whether you're getting out to the mall or getting off the grid, we've got a Ford SUV that's perfect for you. Or check out America's best-selling trucks, Ford F-Series. Inventory is arriving daily, so get the season started off right and get our best offers during the Get Holiday Ready sales event at your local Ford dealer. Best-selling claim based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
Hey Husker fans, if you're looking for an exciting new career as part of your pandemic recovery, Iowa has over 75,000 job openings in industries such as healthcare, advanced manufacturing, construction, IT, and ag. IowaWorks.gov has more information about job openings, earn while you learn apprenticeships, and exciting training and scholarship opportunities. Find your next great job in Iowa. They've got a solid game plan, a bright future, and want you on their team. www.iowaworks.gov. Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
This year, fire off your holiday catering wish list of Famous Dave's. For smaller gatherings, get their legendary pit barbecue and famous sides to go. Fixing for a larger group? There's delivery and setup. Or go all out with full service, where Famous Dave's catering team handles all the details while you savor all the glory. While you're at it, get your mitts on a $10 reward card when you purchase a $50 gift card. Holiday catering and gifting by Famous Dave's. Because when there's smoke and fire, there's joyful and triumph. Located in Lincoln and Bellevue and Famous Dave's.
We're back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer. 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres Solutions for every field. Going to talk a little Husker wrestling, the nationally ranked Cornhuskers, coached by Mark Manning, who's in the studio with us tonight. You're more than a month into this thing. You've got to be liking what you've seen so far.
Yeah, we have good veteran leadership coming back on our team, but we have a good, solid team. We're really excited about these next coming months when the bullets really get flying when Big Ten season starts. But we've had a good start so far.
You and I have talked in the past that you love going to that Cliff Keen out in Vegas because it's almost a mini NCAA tournament with as many people that are there. And for the second straight year, you win the team title. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to our guys. They did a great job. They did a great job of coming together. We last minute, Alex Thompson couldn't go with us, so we only had 9 guys at the tournament, and those 9 guys all pulled their weight and all pitched in, and guys like Peyton Robb, he lost in the semifinals and tweaked his knee, but he's going to be fine. But even with guys like himself and even Taylor Venz and Eric Schultz both thought they would win the tournament. they just lost tough matches in the finals, but everyone contributed. Christian Lance and Ridge Levitt and C.J. Red all coming back, getting third. We're big for our team, and that just shows the strength of our team right now, and just shows the potential of what we have going.
For people that aren't familiar with maybe an event like that, tell us about how often young guys had to come back and wrestle, and what were some of the window times that they had to recover to get back on the mat?
Yeah, so basically it was like a 32-man bracket, and so guys had 3 matches. If you won all 3 matches on Friday, you were done. So 2 in the morning, afternoon type thing, and then come back, wrestle your quarterfinal Friday night, and then if you were moving on the front of the bracket, you had a semifinal on Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon about 3 o'clock were the finals. So if you were in the wrestlebacks, you had a couple more matches, and so you had to fight back through the wrestlebacks and in order to get in for 7th and 8th or 5th and 6th, 3rd and 4th. So you just have to show a lot of moxie and a lot of character coming back and getting third, like CJ and Ridge. Christian Lance lost a tough one in the semis, and we didn't wrestle perfect, but we wrestled really well as a team, and we wrestled for each other, and so that just shows we got a good thing going on.
It's a good measuring stick, right, to see where you are conditioning-wise, and also just where you stack up with a lot of great wrestlers from across the country.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of teams from the East Coast, and then Purdue was there, Ohio State was there, Michigan didn't have all their guys. They have some guys they're bringing out for the second half of the season. They're going to look like a much different team, but have a transfer, but yeah, a lot of good competition, and Oklahoma was there. So there's a lot of good competition for us to measure ourselves and just see where we're at nationally.
Again, wrestling coach Mark Manning with us here on Sports Honda. You crowned a champion out there as well. Mikey Labriola wins and also then gets the Big Ten Wrestler of the Week. That's a cool honor for him.
Yeah, for sure. Mikey had a really good tournament, and he's a junior for us, and so he's going to have bigger moments for us moving forward, and we're glad he's on our team. He's a great leader, brings a lot of great energy. He's just got a great way about himself, and we're excited for more.
Well, congratulations to him. You mentioned Peyton Robb earlier. He got a huge win, not in Vegas, but earlier than that, he beat a national champion, right?
Yes, and the week after that, we went up to the Daktronics in South Dakota State. They had an open tournament, and he lost to David Carr, defending national champion, in overtime. And so Peyton's right there. He's right there. He's another guy that, we have 4 or 5 guys out of the 10 that can really put themselves up in position to be a national champion. And so it's really tough to do. Only one guy gets to say they're a national champion, but just having the guys that have the capability of putting themselves in that position is really fun to see.
All right, you've done it 2 years in a row. What's it like to get that team championship trophy out there in Vegas?
It's great. It's great, Greg. I think it's great for our guys just to see how collectively they come together as one, and then they're doing it for each other, and that just reinforces what we're always preaching to them in the wrestling room and in our training and our preparation, that if you work together and guys fight back hard for 3rd place or 4th place or 5th place or whatever it is, that's how team titles are won. And so really just building that championship mindset for the season as we go on.
That's huge. Mentioned Labriola was named Big Ten Wrestler of the Week. That hasn't happened around here for a couple of years since Taylor Venz did it. Tell me how Taylor's been wrestling.
Taylor had a really good tournament. He just probably just got a little over-aggressive against the Ohio State guy, but I love, you can correct someone when they're over-aggressive rather than hoping they're going to win and going out there and hoping the guy makes a mistake. Taylor just wrestled really aggressiveness and with a lot of aggressiveness, and just, he got beat on his own stuff. And so that's correctable, but I like when guys are aggressive, because that's how you win big matches, and Taylor can get that guy at the Big Tens if they see see each other again.
We're wrapping up the semester. Do you give the guys a couple days off? What do you do over the holidays with this group?
Yeah, so Saturday, we'll break on Saturday, so they'll come back on the 26th, and we'll have practice and just get ready for, Big Ten season coming up, January 7th, so we'll host Purdue then. So then it's on, for 7-8 weeks, Friday, Sundays, a lot of Friday, Sundays, and just grinding through that Big Ten schedule is tough and demanding, and just making sure they're prepared for it.
We're a month in, so everybody else is as well. What's the league look like? Is it off to a good start?
Off to a good start. I know Iowa and Penn State both have, pretty much all their guys back. Penn State has a transfer back, came in from Cornell at 197. They have another guy at 125 that transferred in. And so that's always going to happen. And same thing with Michigan. They have a national champion a couple years ago from Rutgers. Nick Sirianno transferred to them, and they have a couple other guys who run Olympic red shirt back in their team. Ohio State has a really tough team. And so just up and down the lineup, Minnesota's got a good squad this year too. So it's going to be challenging.
Is the Olympian gold medalist wrestling for the Gophers, or is
he
he no longer an amateur?
Gable Stevenson, he is.
He is.
He's going to come back this year. His mom, I know, wants him to graduate, and then he's going to sign a big WWE contract. So
there you go.
He's going to be one of those guys bouncing off the ropes for the next 30 years.
That was a great moment for him to go win a gold, wasn't it?
Amazing. He's an amazing athlete. He's a great kid. He's obviously what a competitor, and he's got a lot of athletic ability, but he uses it, and really he's a great competitor, and that's what you can say about Gable Stevenson. He's going to always lay it on the line, and he did for Team USA this last Olympics. So
very good. Well, we know your team's landed on the line. Great start to this thing. Let's have a happy holiday season and get after those big bullies in the Big Ten coming up in January.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Greg. Go Huskers.
There he is, Mark Manning, with us here on Sports Sunday. Buckle up, put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. More of the show coming up.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at beardmoresubaru.com.
Welcome to Ag Answers. Today we're talking about renewable biofuels like corn ethanol and soy biodiesel. Electric vehicles continue to make headlines as we look for ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But did you know by using ethanol, you can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 46% compared to traditional gasoline, and by up to 86% when you use biodiesel compared to petroleum diesel? Locally produced biofuels are the here and now solution to combating climate change. They are good for our air, good for our wallets, and good for Nebraska. This message is brought to you by Nebraska's corn and soybean farmers.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. The university has a new undergraduate business and law major. Students majoring in business and law are learning to use legal knowledge to better solve business challenges. They are also gaining skills in regulatory compliance, financial services, securities regulation, and corporate social responsibility. Upon graduation, they will boost the state's talent pool in these critical areas of expertise.
When you choose Woodman Life, you choose a better life insurance company. Yes, Woodman Life is life insurance, but so much more. Woodman Life is here to protect your family's financial future and offer help when the going gets tough. And Woodman Life is honored to join you in the celebration of family, community, and country. Get to know Woodman Life at woodmanlife.org. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
There's a call on the field for a quality seed specific to where you farm. Make the right call with Prairie Valley. With local research in 8 regions throughout Nebraska, Prairie Valley performs with their locally specific hybrids and varieties while achieving the highest quality and yield. No matter where you farm in Nebraska, Prairie Valley has the seed for where you are. Find a local dealer and learn more about the seed for where you are at prairievalleyseeds.com.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker Pride, powered locally.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's Game On at Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont, featuring our winning combination of Buick SUVs and GMC trucks and SUVs. And as a GMC Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles for your business needs. For the convenient and easy way to shop for your next vehicle, just visit our Fremont location or check out our full inventory at SidDillonBuickGMC.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
We are professional grade.
Much like the values of the people of Nebraska, Nebraska Realty was built on the principles of hard work, dedication, and doing things the right way. They believe strongly in the power of creating lasting relationships and the value those relationships hold. Their success is based on trust and the relationships created with the people and communities they serve across the state of Nebraska. There really is no place like Nebraska Realty.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
Isn't it about time to add a new piece of Husker gear to your closet? Check out the new 255 collection, inspired by the legendary coach Tom Osborne. With the mission to connect style with Nebraska pride, 255 was designed with the fan in mind. From Hastings to Lincoln, coach to statesman, leader to legend. Thomas William Osborne, it's all in the name. It's all in the numbers, 255 wins. This is TWO 55. Get yours today at shop.huskers.com or other participating retailers. For more information, visit huskers.com/255.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at beardmoresubaru.com.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app.
This season, share Valentino's tailgater tradition with a big red double jumbo deal and get 2 one-topping jumbo pizzas for only $17.99 each. Order yours online at valentinos.com. Valentino's, the official pizza of the Huskers. That is making me hungry on a Friday night. Hungry?
Yes.
I told you a long time ago, I said the worst thing about this 6 to 8 show is you never know when to eat, whether you eat before or you eat after. If you wait to eat after, you're just starving.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But, hey, shout out to the softball team. Coach Ravel and company, they brought us cookies, warm cookies for happy holidays and said thanks for all you do. So I've had a couple of cookies that have tidened me over.
Coach Ravel's the winner because she brought us cookies. Coach Manning forgot the T-shirts. So he's on our bad
What, was he
side.
supposed to bring T-shirts?
He was told Andrew he'd bring him some T-shirts. He forgot.
Uh-oh.
So Andrew's kind of down on him.
I feel like Coach Manning's a guy that will
He remembered
he'll
it,
come
though.
through.
He remembered it. He goes, T-shirts. He's like,
He'll take care of it. He'll come through.
yeah. We had somebody in the chat wanted to know if Nebraska in volleyball with the 7 losses would be the most losses of a national champion. We don't know that, but Matt Smith told me that Stanford won it as an 11 seed. So Nebraska's a 10, so they wouldn't be the highest seeded team to win it. So thanks to Matt Smith for digging that out.
You know, I know a lot has been said, and even Coach Cook has brought up how tough the route was to get there with the draw, but like those teams that they kicked off on the way had to be mad about it too, seeing Nebraska in at number 10.
No doubt. I did some research. This is going to fascinate some people. And Seamus was the one who told me about this a couple of years ago. They started playing, NCAA started sanctioning volleyball on the women's side in 1981. So we're 40 years into this. There have only been 11 schools win the national title in volleyball.
Wow.
Kentucky, Stanford, Nebraska, Penn State, Texas, UCLA, Washington, USC, Long Beach, Hawaii, Pacific. Kentucky became the 11th one. They won it back in April in Omaha. So before that, there had only been 10 schools. Some of these multiple. Penn State's got like 7. Nebraska's got the 4, which is pretty high up the ladder. And this tomorrow night, Jessica's Nebraska's 10th appearance in the finals. They're 4-5 in championship matches.
It's crazy, too, that, you know, when you were rattling off all those schools, a lot of them from California or, you know, the West Coast. It was kind of the same with softball for a while, too, that softball was really dominated by the West Coast, and then you saw it kind of spread out. And but, yeah, it's interesting to hear some of the same names of the schools that were competitive in softball as well are kind of the ones that have dominated volleyball.
Yep. I mean, early on, it was more the Pacifics and the Hawaiis and the Long Beach and the USCs. Really, it's kind of been more of a Midwestern.
Now it's been the Big Ten.
It's been the Big Ten. You're right. And Kentucky, which would be, I know they're SEC, but they're kind of a little bit more northern. They're not right on the coastline. But Penn State had a great run with Coach Rose, and he's still there doing his thing. And John Cook here, and Stanford had a nice run here the last couple of years as well. So there we go. Tomorrow night, 6:30, again, 6 o'clock. Pregame coverage here on the network. I mentioned this in hour 1, but it's worth repeating. 26 Huskers this weekend getting their degrees. Women's soccer has 3 picking up their degrees. Husker wrestling with 2. One who's been out of school for a couple of years, Isaiah White. I love those stories, Jessica. Somebody who's done competing for a few years, and yet they hang in there and they get their degree. I love those stories all the time.
Yeah, I mean, and I've heard it from multiple student athletes that Isaiah Roby is a guy that, you know, he
got it last August?
It was in the summer, yeah.
The August graduation. Yeah.
But he's playing in the NBA and still working on his degree, and he said how great the academics team is here. I mean, again, we've heard those guys, these recruits, mention it over and over again. It's important, and it's not easy to go compete and kind of have moved on and to kind of to come back and stay locked in on that. And so that's a big testament to those Dennis LeBlanc and his crew and the academics.
And they stay on them, too. Even though they leave, they go, come on, you're 6 hours or 9 hours or whatever short. Come on,
help them figure out what classes, you know, hey, how can we help you get what classes you need, what assistance, tutoring, whatever it might be. They kind of provide it all and help them do everything that they need to get that degree.
All-American diver Sarah Troyer getting her degree this weekend. We mentioned Bella Craven. She'll be honored before the game Sunday at PBA. She gets her diploma tomorrow. 8 Husker football student-athletes, Caleb Tanner, Damian Jackson, Brody Belt, Cody Feast, Va Clements, Chris Walker, Tate Wildeman, all picking up their diplomas. A couple of volleyball players, Kata Caffey and Kenzie Knuckles, getting their degrees this weekend. So 26 Huskers. And December's the second biggest graduation of the year. May's obviously the biggest. August is probably third, but that's pretty cool. So I wanted to mention that one more time here tonight. Next week's busy, and I'm going to step away. You're going to take over things. Monday, you got Trev Albert's monthly show on Monday. A lot to talk about. And then your men's basketball show on Monday night.
Yeah, and you saw the announcement of the new SWA, so we'll be able to talk to Trev about that. That was really impressive about the process that, you know, they put in place to make sure that they got the right fit, right? And so they had several meetings where people could go and listen and hear what they were going to bring to the table. It was going to be his first big hire, I guess, you know, because it was kind of where it was in the process, and then, you know, so he really did his due diligence, so I'm excited to talk to him about that.
So that'll be a focal point of Monday's show, so be sure to tune in for that. We just had Trev on a few weeks ago, but with the holidays coming up to get a December show, and we had to get it in next week, so looking forward to
having the new coaches, right? Was Mickey Joseph?
None of them.
None of them.
Nope.
So.
And Trev and Mickey, they would have been teammates for a year or so. Trev's a little bit younger than Mickey, but their paths would have crossed on the football team.
So that'll be fun to talk to him about the new coaches as well, and hopefully a natty. Well, hopefully we'll have a natty to talk about, too.
That'd be pretty awesome. Hopefully that happens. Trev was there last night. I know he's going to be there tomorrow night as well to root on the Big Red in Columbus for that matchup tomorrow night. Hey, buckle up, put that phone down. It's a reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. We're back to wrap up this show. Our winners and losers of the week coming up next.
While some seed companies put a greater stake in stock prices and anonymous shareholders, Rob Seco knows that what's important to you hits closer to home. That's why you'll find we're focused on your needs. With a simplicity that makes us easy to do business with, a relationship that makes it easy to connect with anyone in the company, and the technology, traits, and genetics you need from any source. Put your stock in the company that puts you first. Rob Seco.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
Much like the values of the people of Nebraska, Nebraska Realty was built on the principles of hard work, dedication, and doing things the right way. They believe strongly in the power of creating lasting relationships and the value those relationships hold. Their success is based on trust and the relationships created with the people and communities they serve across the state of Nebraska. There really is no place like Nebraska Realty.
Successful farmers must make good decisions every day. In pivot irrigation, the choice is simple. T&L exclusive hydraulically powered pivot irrigation systems are like no other. You get tough, reliable, and cost-effective irrigation. Let T&L's 60 years of irrigation experience work for you. Call your local T&L dealer or T&L Irrigation Company today. T&L, like no other.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
This year, fire off your holiday catering wish list of Famous Dave's. For smaller gatherings, get their legendary pit barbecue and famous sides to go. Fixing for a larger group? There's delivery and setup. Or go all out with full service, where Famous Dave's catering team handles all the details while you savor all the glory. While you're at it, get your mitts on a $10 reward card when you purchase a $50 gift card. Holiday catering and gifting by Famous Dave's. Because when there's smoke and fire, there's joyful and triumph. Located in Lincoln and Bellevue and Famous Dave's.
Welcome to Ag Answers, where we answer common questions related to farming and ranching. Today we're tackling the issue of GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. GMOs may sound scary, but they're actually benefiting our environment and consumers. That's because GMO crops help solve specific problems like insects, food waste, and droughts. By selecting good traits from one plant or organism and adding them to another, farmers are safely using science to produce high-quality foods better than ever before. This message is brought to you by Nebraska's corn and soybean farmers.
We're back inside our Acres Equipment Broadcast Center, brought to you by Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres Solutions for every field. Greg Sharpe, Jessica Coody with you here on a Friday night. About ready to put a wrap on this one as we head into a weekend and for a national championship match tomorrow night. 2 basketball games coming your way this weekend. It'll be a full weekend here on the network. Let's get into winners and losers. What do you have for us this week?
Man, so many winners. Can we just do 2 winners instead? But long list of potential candidates for this one. You know, the signing day, all kinds of stuff there. But I got to go with Lexi Rodriguez, the freshman. Probably, as we've seen, she kind of came out on fire a little bit and was big for Team USA, the world team. But, you know, established really quickly how good she was going to be, and now she's just caught an entire nation by storm, and just all the accolades. It would take the rest of the show and into, you know, the weekend to go over everything that she's been able to accomplish. But, you know, the first, and I just love that she has such a great personality, and she is
joy.
Yeah. Like, you just get so excited watching her play volleyball, and her teammates love her. And that's, a successful freshman, and the way that she kind of took some spots from some people that have been around, and how well she's been accepted and liked, and hearing how much her teammates talk about her, and it just on and on and on. But could not happen to she's a great player, the best in the game right now, but just a tremendous person too.
She's got some decent dance moves.
Yeah.
You see her dancing sometimes in the huddles over there. So
I love just the vibe of this team. They just and that probably goes back to them being there, but they have fun. They don't take themselves too seriously. Even in, there was a time I noticed, I went back and watched the first set today when they were down pretty big and they were coming out of a timeout, and boy, they were laughing and joking around, and I just think they keep themselves loose. They have fun. This is a team that has fun playing volleyball together.
You have a loser?
I guess I'll go with Roger Goodell. He's had a rough week with the whole COVID, and then he was asked about the Washington scandal. He didn't address that, and so he's kind of had a rough week.
Very good.
He's been trending on my Twitter all week, so he's had a rough week.
My winner is the Husker football social media team. I love the film room things that they did, incorporating current Husker players with that. I love the concept. I had so much fun watching those.
I loved how they incorporated the guys that are going out. Some of them will be playing on Sundays next week, and having them talk about it. I thought those guys did a great job breaking that down. And as you hear Jeremiah saying that's where these guys want to be one day. Is so to have them kind of incorporate those guys, but still make it about the signees. Sometimes you see across the country when they're doing these videos, it's not really about the kid. And this is their day, and so they did such a good balance of incorporating, this program and what it means to be a Nebraska football player, but really focusing on those players. And Sparks, who kind of tracks all of that, they put out one of the guys that runs it said that Nebraska was by far in his top and his favorites, that they crushed it. I mean, they really were really impressive.
I can't imagine anybody else coming close to the concept.
I told you I'm a nerd with that because I kind of like to watch all that, and I didn't. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I didn't see anything that was better.
My loser, a little bit along your same lines, just COVID. A lot of college basketball games have been canceled this weekend because of COVID issues with a number of programs. Husker wrestling tomorrow got canceled because of COVID issues. When will it end? Can we get through this thing and get back to normal? NFL's moving games to Tuesday next week because of issues with teams. My goodness.
I saw, Louisville trying to find
opponent.
Yeah, like, hey, can somebody come play us? It's just, it was so tough for these student athletes to go through, a couple years last year and getting their seasons canceled the year before. So, hopefully we can get this thing under control and soon.
My goodness. Hopefully 2022 does that. Fashion Week's playing, so I mean,
let's not end the show on that.
That's about to wrap the show. I'm out of here for a week. Jessica will take care of you next week. Trev Albert show Monday, hour 1. You have a men's basketball show, hour 2. Hopefully they're talking about a victory over K-State on Sunday. The women play Drake at noon on Sunday, and Go Big Red tomorrow night as the Huskers take on the Badgers.
Go Big Red.
Second time Nebraska has faced Wisconsin with a national championship on the line. Huskers won the first go-around in the year 2000. Our Sports Sunday Hotline brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplify car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, buy it online at woodhouse.com. That's a wrap. Thanks to Andrew for pushing us through. Have a great weekend.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Great job, everyone. Printers, great coverage. Phones, quick pickups. Firewall, tough defense. And network, way to carry the whole team. Ever since Marco started calling our technology plays, we work smarter and our whole game is more streamlined. Marco's all-star services and support give us the winning edge. Find out what your technology could be saying at marconet.com.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red. Lutz is an integrated business solutions firm born and raised in Nebraska with offices in Omaha, Lincoln, Hastings, and Grand Island. Lutz provides expert accounting, consulting, financial, technology, M&A, and talent solutions tailored to you. Lutz embraces your business as their own to discover the right solutions to help you thrive. They mind what matters for businesses or individuals seeking a partner to help energize and heighten financial and organizational success. Visit lutz.us/GBR.
Much like the values of the people of Nebraska, Nebraska Realty was built on the principles of hard work, dedication, and doing things the right way. They believe strongly in the power of creating lasting relationships and the value those relationships hold. Their success is based on trust and the relationships created with the people and communities they serve across the state of Nebraska.